pretty wiped out today. It's been a long week, and I've been dealing with a headache, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's all good though. So I had wanted to take a moment and change her, and I was laughing about what I am calling reborn confessions, and so I wanted to see if any of you guys do the same thing that I do. So there's two things. One's definitely just reborn YouTube related stuff, and the other I guess could expand a little bit beyond reborns and YouTube and all that, but it definitely, actually I didn't think about it in relation to reborns, but I thought that it could be applied here, so I thought it would be okay to just ramble on about while we're making a video. I am going to change her just because I love to change her, or I love to be with her. So she has only been in this for, I think this is the second day. She looks really cute in it. Nothing beats her just in a diaper though, or in a diaper and a bib too. So, Reborn Confession 1. Oh, her hair is a hot mess. Looks cute on the camera though. I rewatch my babies in my own videos. Does anybody else do that? I think that's how you know well, I think that that's an indication. It's not how you know, but I think it's an indication that you really love your dolls if you go back and watch them again in your own videos. Of course, who else's videos would you watch them in? Yes, I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I've watched her box opening a couple times. I've watched her details video. I've watched some of her changing videos. I've done that with Charlie. I've done that with Niklaus. So that's one confession, and I wonder, let me know if you do the same thing or not. I cannot get enough of this baby. My goodness. The other confession, okay, so I'll just tell you a story. I was driving home from work I guess was it a couple days ago, I guess. And I was taking semi-back roads, and there was a body shop on the right, and there was I think a 25-mile-an-hour road, but fairly well-used road. During the drive home commute. And this car was backed up half into the street, just sort of like sitting there, backing up a little bit, stopping, and just kind of like half in the road. Finally pulled up a little bit to let people go by, but pulled up kind of crooked into the parking lot. And as I got up by the car, I could see that the rear end was all smashed in. And so then I realized that it was a body shop. And my involuntary thought was, see, yeah, no wonder your car's all smashed in. You drive like that. So I'm talking to this person that I don't know, being snarky and making assumptions about what happened to their car. And I realized, well, first of all, it was a body shop. I don't know whether the person driving the car was the owner of the car or a mechanic. Who knows? I don't know. Also, I don't know what happened to their car. I have zero information about this person. And I realized, like, I've definitely thought that I've heard people say it is probably an involuntary comment. And it dawned on me this tendency to like categorize people, not just in things like that, but that's an example, to like very quickly assess and sum up like what kind of a person, which type of person somebody else is based on a judgment on an action like that. Things like, I don't know. Driving is a big one. I think a lot of people become a little bit different and more aggressive and more egotistical, dare I say, when driving. And I don't know what it is about being in that metal box that makes us feel so, I don't know, superior, maybe? I started thinking about how maybe we might tend to do that with people in our social or social media interactions too. Like classify people, assume motivations, just sort of like sum them up based on an observation. And of course, it's all painted by our own past experience. And I guess maybe to some extent the being removed, like when you're in a car driving down the road, like sometimes you even feel invisible even though you're surrounded by glass windows. Well, windows, which automatically means glass, but I'm trying to think of like an example of how maybe we do that here. I think this might be too small on her. Yeah, I guess that's my other confession, is this like involuntary application of judgment that's not even like, it's not even thinking about it. It's just like I notice it as the observer, right? And then I can then consciously apply my real thought that comes from my character and sort of like try and bring my unconscious vibration in alignment with like my belief on who I am, I guess. But my initial thought is, it's like this, when you're driving, it's almost like this get out of my way kind of a feeling sometimes, like super impatient if people take too long to turn, super impatient if people don't turn when you think they have a chance, super impatient if they get in front of you and stop when you can make a right on red. This severe resistance to allowing someone else to go before you when they're coming out of a side street and you've been waiting in traffic line as though like you were there first and therefore they don't have a right. I don't know. And maybe it's just me that feels that way, but I doubt it. And I don't mean, I don't like consciously mean it towards people. But it's almost like ingrained, like going way back to like the dude that I dated when I was 18 and his attitude towards people. Like just that, I don't know. I don't like it, that's for sure. Now I'm from New York originally, and man, my middle finger game was strong when I was in New York. That was for sure. I used to commute 40 miles each way to work. This is when I lived in Brooklyn right before I moved to Florida. I was in Brooklyn right before then. I didn't grow up in the city. I grew up about probably 20-25 miles. So it was about 45-minute drive from the city. But I did live in the city. I lived in Brooklyn for 6-7 months before leaving New York. And I left New York when I was 26, I think. Oh my gosh, this baby. I was gonna put this bow on her, but oh yeah, so anyway, you're sitting in, you know, fighting to get to the toll to go over the bridge, and people will like, it's very aggressive, cut you off, everybody's in a hurry, everybody's very aggressive. Everybody sort of like takes their road share, you know what I mean? Like owns it, claims it, blocks you. And I had a sunroof at the time, and man, that sunroof would open and out would come my finger out the top. And then I remember one time that happened, and then this guy in this white van like spit on my car from his van, and I was like, okay, we're gonna rein your little attitude in, Renee, and just stop, because you don't know who you're dealing with, and you just sort of like get in the vibe of it all. Yeah, anyway, kind of a tangent, but now all of a sudden we're talking about driving. So I was gonna put this bow on her because it's my favorite bow, and I thought it might kind of look cute. Cannot get enough of her. Holy smokes. Look who we have here, Bentley. Let's see if we can't put him in the back, and then we'll adjust the camera a little bit so you can see him. So Bentley was like our version of Sandy. When I had my Annie Brewster, Bentley was a gift. So Bentley was a gift from Tasha at Pixie Mommy's Reborns for Annie Brewster, and then he stayed here when she went on to her new mommy, and he's going to be looking over little Miss Sparrow now. So they're going to be new buds, but he matches her outfit, so I thought I'd bring him out for this. I just can't even with her, you guys. I'm sorry that I keep going on and on about how amazing she is, but I cannot get over her. All right, anyway. I don't think that I said much of anything in this video, but I'm glad I came on. If you resonate with any of it, or have any funny stories to share, or have any input or thoughts, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna go, guys. I miss y'all. I hope you're having a great week. Everything is lovely in my world. I hope it is lovely in yours. We are sending out much love to you. And we'll be back on soon, right? Probably this weekend. Let me know what you think of her outfit, too. All right, guys. Much love from us to you. Bye for now.